So now we are going to study what is a chemical equations and how can you write the chemical equations and how can you balance it. So what is a chemical equations? So if you know the symbol and valency, you can write the formula of the compounds. So if you know properly the formula of the compound, you can write the chemical equation. So what is a chemical equation? A chemical equation is the shortest method of representing a chemical reaction. Chemical equation is the shortest method to represent a chemical reaction. A chemical reaction, while writing, that there are the chemicals which are taking part in the chemical reactions called reactants. Reactants, and after the reaction we get the products. So a chemical equation, that is a method to represent a chemical reaction. Simply which will contain reactants, that is the chemicals which are taking part in chemical reaction, and products, these are the formation after the substance obtained after chemical reaction. So example you have to study. This magnesium react with oxygen to form magnesium oxide. Magnesium combined with oxygen to form magnesium oxide. So this is the chemical equation writing in words. So in a chemical equation, we have to write the symbols. So magnesium Mg, oxygen O2. So gives, these are the reactants. Product is magnesium oxide. How will you write magnesium oxide MgO? Magnesium valency 2, oxygen valency 2. So on crossing you get Mg2O2. Simplify you get MgO. But this is not not a balanced chemical equation. What is a balanced chemical equation? In a balanced chemical equations, the number of atoms on the reactant side should be equal to the number of atoms on the product side. Then all it become a balanced chemical equations. Because according to conservation of the mass, total mass of the reactants must be equal to total mass of the product. So here magnesium, this is the left hand side and this is the right hand side. Left hand side magnesium is only 1, then oxygen atom is 2. But in the right hand side magnesium only 1, oxygen atom only 1. So here this contains 2 oxygen atoms, but this contains only 1 oxygen atom. So we have to make it equal. So for that we have to multiply both with 2. Both magnesium and oxygen. That is, you should not write like this. You should not like this. You have to write a 2 in front of it. So multiply with magnesium and oxygen with the 2. So this become 2 MgO. So 2 magnesium atoms and 2 oxygen atoms. So here Mg plus magnesium only 1 here, but now there is 2. So multiply magnesium with the 2. So 2 Mg plus O2 gives 2 MgO. That is the balanced chemical equation. 2 magnesium, 2 magnesium. 2 oxygen atom, 2 O. So this is a balanced chemical equation. So another, you have to study some more examples relating this balancing chemical equations. So next equation is nitrogen. Nitrogen is combining with hydrogen to give ammonia. So this is the equation writing in words. So in the chemical equation, using formula, you have to write here nitrogen is N2 and hydrogen is H2. Why? Because nitrogen, hydrogen, they are diatomic molecules. One molecule contains two atoms. And ammonia, you know nitrogen valence is 3 and hydrogen valence is 1. So on cross multiplying, you get NH3. Nitrogen valency 3, hydrogen valency 1. So on crossing, you get NH3. So in this case, the left hand side contain nitrogen 2 atoms and hydrogen 2 atoms. Both nitrogen and hydrogen contain 2 atoms. But in the right hand side, nitrogen only 1 atom and hydrogen 3 atoms. So since the nitrogen contains 2 atoms, we also require 2 atoms here. So you have to multiply the right hand side with 2. So this multiplied with 2, this multiplied with 2. So this can be written as 2NH3. So 2 nitrogen atoms and 6 hydrogen atoms. So on the left hand side here, N2 plus hydrogen, this contains only 2 atoms, but this contains 6 atoms. So multiplying with 3. So N2 plus 3H2 gives 2NH3. So that is the balanced chemical equation. 2 nitrogen atoms, 2 nitrogen atoms, 6 hydrogen atoms, 6 hydrogen atoms. So that is the balanced chemical equation. The next example. That is iron react with the steam. Steam is H2O gas. So right here steam itself. Iron react with the steam to give Fe3O4. That's an oxide of iron and hydrogen. This Fe3O4 is a combination of Fe2O3 and FeO. So this gives Fe3O4. That's a combination of 2 oxides of iron, Fe2O3 and FeO. That is Fe3O4. So iron, that is Fe, plus steam, H2O gas, gives Fe3O4 plus hydrogen, that is H2 gas. So here on the left hand side, iron only 1 atom, then H2O gas. Here we have to consider hydrogen and oxygen, so separately. So hydrogen, hydrogen 2 atoms, then oxygen, this contains 1 atom. 2 hydrogen atoms, 1 oxygen atom. Iron, 1 atom. So on the right hand side, iron 3 atoms, then oxygen 4 atoms, and hydrogen 2 atoms. So to equalize here, left hand side iron 1, but this contains 3 atoms. So you have to multiply the iron with 3. So 3 atoms of iron, 3 atoms of iron, balanced. Now this hydrogen, the oxygen contains only 1 atom, but oxygen contains 4 atoms. So multiply with 4. So when you multiply with 4, this big equation become 3Fe plus 4H2O gas gives Fe3 of 4 plus here hydrogen atom 4H2. There are 8 atoms. So you have to multiply the hydrogen with 4. So 4H2. That is the balance and chemical equation. Now 3Fe, Fe3. 4H2, 4H2. O4 oxygen atoms, O4. So this is the balance and chemical equation for iron oxide, Fe, iron oxide and hydrogen. So method for balancing chemical equations. For writing the chemical equation, you write the formula of the compounds, the reactants and the products, then balance it. For balancing, count the number of atoms on the left hand side and number of atoms on the right hand side. And that is the method for balancing chemical equations. So after the studying the balancing chemical equations, we have to study the different type of chemical reactions. There are combination reaction, decomposition reaction, displacement reaction and double displacement reaction. 4 types of reactions. Four types of reactions. For there are 4 types of reactions. Which are they? One is combination reaction. That is more than 2. That is more than 2 reactants combined to give a product. 2 or more reactants combined to give a simple product. That is a combination reaction. For example, C plus O2 gives CO2. So that is a combination reaction. 2 reactants, 2 or more reactants combined to give a single product. That is a combination reaction. So what is a combination reaction? In combination reaction, 2 or more reactants combine to give a single product. Another example, N2 plus 3H2 gives 2NH3. Gives 2NH3. So that is 2 or more reactants combine to give a single product. That is a combination reaction. Then second is decomposition reaction. Decomposition reaction. So what is a decomposition reaction? It is a reaction in which a single reactant breaks down into simpler products. A single reactant breaks down into simpler product, then it is called a decomposition reaction. Example, CaCO3, that is calcium carbonate, on heating decompose to give calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. So that is a decomposition reaction. A single reactant breaks down into simpler products. Calcium carbonate on heating gives calcium oxide plus carbon dioxide. Then another example, that is ferrous sulfate on heating gives ferric oxide plus sulfur dioxide plus sulfur trioxide. That is 2FeSO4 on heating is Fe2O3 plus SO2 plus SO3. It is also a decomposition reaction. This ferrous sulfate is green in color. Ferric oxide is reddish brown. That is a salt residue, reddish brown. Sulfur dioxide and sulfur trioxide, they are pungent gases. Pungent gases. Because that will cause suffocations. It is difficult to breathe. They are pungent gases. Sulfur dioxide gas and sulfur trioxide gas. So a green colored substance on heating is a reddish brown residue with the liberation of pungent gases. Identify it. Green colored substance is ferrous sulfate and reddish brown substance is ferric oxide. Pungent gases are sulfur dioxide and sulfur trioxide. So decomposition reaction, a simple reactant breaks down into simpler products. Then another example is lead nitrate. Lead nitrate. Valency for lead is 2, nitrate is 1. So formula PbNO3 twice. Lead nitrate. This is colorless. Colorless. That is white. This on heating gives lead oxide. This is yellow plus nitrogen dioxide and oxygen. So this nitrogen dioxide, this is a reddish brown gas. Reddish brown gas. Oxygen, yes. So lead nitrate is a colorless substance on heating that gives a yellow residue, that is lead oxide, with the liberation of reddish brown gas. Reddish brown gas is nitrogen dioxide. So the balanced equation is 2PbNO3 twice on heating is 2PbO plus 4NO2 plus O2. So these are decomposition reactions. A single reactant breaks down into simpler products. Here the decomposition is carried out heat, so they are known as thermal decomposition reactions. If a decomposition reaction is carried out by heating, that process is called a thermal decomposition. If you use electricity, that is electrolysis. If you use water, that is called hydrolysis. They are decomposition reactions. Then third one is displacement reaction. Displacement. Displacement reaction. So what is a displacement reaction? Here more reactive elements displaces less reactive elements from the solutions. A displacement reaction, it's a reaction in which a more reactive element displaces a less reactive elements from its solutions. So for example, this zinc, when you add to copper sulfate solution, so that is blue in color. This gives zinc sulfate, colorless, plus copper. This is brown. So when you place a zinc rod in copper sulfate solution, after some time you can see the blue color of the copper sulfate changes to colorless. Why? The zinc displaces copper from copper sulfate. So it becomes zinc sulfate and copper. Why zinc displaces copper? Because zinc is more reactive than copper. Copper is less reactive. So more reactive element displaces less reactive elements. Similarly, when you place an iron piece in copper sulfate solution, so this is blue, This become ferrous sulfate, that is green plus copper. So when you place an iron nail in copper sulfate solution, and after some time you can see the blue color of copper sulfate changes to green color, because iron displaces copper from copper sulfate to form ferrous sulfate, iron 2 sulfate. At the same time, this copper, brown colored copper will coat over the iron nail. So there is a coating of brown on the copper on the iron nail, because iron is more reactive. So more reactive element displaces less reactive elements from the solution, and that reactions are called displacement reactions. Then coming to fourth one, that is called double decomposition reaction. So during this reaction, there will be exchange of radicals. Now during the further reactions, there will be exchange of radicals between the reactants. For example, that is silver chloride, that is silver nitrate, AgNO3. When you add to barium chloride, it forms silver chloride plus barium nitrate. So 2AgNO3 gives 2AgCl plus BaNO3 twice. So here silver nitrate exchanges nitrate with chlorine to form silver chloride, and barium gives the chlorine and it takes away the nitrate from barium. Similarly, sodium sulfate plus barium chloride gives barium sulfate plus sodium chloride. So here sulfate and chloride, they are exchanged. That is double displacement reactions. More here there will be exchange of ions between the reactants to give the product. So here this product, they are solid, they are insoluble. Since they are insoluble, they are called, this reaction is called a precipitation reaction. They form precipitate. Barium sulfate is precipitated, they are insoluble. So such reactions are called precipitation reactions. So these are the four types of chemical reactions: combination reaction, then decomposition reaction, then displacement reaction, and double displacement reactions.